Alright, let me show you the complete cold DM playbook to get from 0 to 10k per month. This is the exact system you can use to get to your first 10k per month. Let me give you a quick overview of the cold outreach system. This is for anyone currently at anything between 0 to 10k a month who wants to build momentum fast. And the goal here is to book calls through cold DMs fast and get proof of concept on your offer. You're going hunting mode after your clients. What you need at this stage is proof of concept on your offer. You need sales rep, conversation with your market, and then momentum, which could be any positive signal that what you're doing is working. You don't need to worry about call quality yet, or you don't have to spend any money on ads, and you don't have to make content if you're not an expert. Why this approach? You need to get in the trenches, talk to the people in your market, and validate your offer as fast as humanly possible, because you want to get proof of concepts as fast as you can so you can move on to the next steps. And here are the 4 reasons most people fail at cold outreach. The first problem is the volume problem. The reality is, at peak, successful cold outreach means 300 to 500 DMs per day. And how you can achieve this is by using AI automation, which is recommended. If not, you need to do it all manually. And for this, you can use the AI Instagram agent. It automates your entire outreach process, sends personalized DMs at scale, follows up multiple times, and maintains natural human-like conversations. No hiring, no training or management needed. The minimum threshold is if you're sending less than 100 DMs a day, you have a volume problem. 100 DMs a day is the minimum, no exceptions. And this is the baseline you need to keep. And most people fail because they don't have proper expectations or simply don't send enough DMs. The second problem is proof problem. The reality is that people get 10 plus cold DMs per day on Instagram. And what happens when you DM someone is that they see your message, they click on your profile, and they evaluate you in 3 seconds. And things they're checking is, do you have proof? Do you have content? Do you have anything showing you're good at what you're doing? And can you actually deliver what you're claiming? And if you have no proof, no content, nothing showing competence, then they're not going to respond to you, period. You need social proof on your profile to even get a response. The third problem is a strategy problem. Here are some bad outreach examples that don't work. Hey, do you have 15 minutes? That doesn't work. Generic copy-paste templates. Pitching immediately without context. No personalization or relevance. The golden principle you need to stick to is to provide value first in anything that you do. Solve problems for people. A famous quote here is that show people you can help them by genuinely helping them. Help people by actually helping them, not by saying that you can help them. The difference is, I can help you with X or actually helping them with X, which is providing value first. The fourth problem is an offer problem. If you're doing the volume more than 100 DMs per day, you have proof, social proof on your profile, for example, you're using a good strategy where you provide value first, but something is still not working. That means your offer and messaging aren't nailed in. This is a whole separate deep topic, but know that your offer is the foundation. If the offer isn't compelling, nothing else matters. And here's the cold outreach funnel. A lot of people overcomplicate funnels. Here is the 3-stage funnel structure that every funnel consists of. First is the lead generation, which is getting people interested. Then you need to nurture the leads to build trust. And then you need to convert the leads. Your cold outreach funnel should look like this. Step 1, DMs. Step 2, VSL Step 3 call booking. That's it. Don't make it more complex than this. And here's a step-by-step breakdown of the steps. Step 1, lead generation. Send DMs. Send DMs to people on Instagram. You can do it manually or with AI. The goal here is to get a positive response, not to get them on a call right away, just to get them to say, yes, I'm interested. The second step is lead nurturing. And here is where you use your VSL. When they respond positively, like, yes, Nico, I want this thing, send them to one specific VSL. And you can host the VSL on multiple places. You can have a landing page, YouTube video, or direct message on IG, which is the best. And the key points here is to create one video, make it good, and stick with it. And let the video do the pre-selling for them. And if you want me to show you how to create a 10 out of 10 VSL, make sure to comment below. The last step is the lead conversion, where you book the call. And there are two options for converting. The first option is automatic booking. They watch the VSL, they book a call automatically through the video. This is the dream scenario, but it won't always happen. Sometimes you need to go with option B, which is to continue the conversation. They watch the VSL, you continue talking to them in the DMs, and once they're more nurtured, you try to book the appointment. And that's the funnel. Simple, don't complicate it. Now let me cover the trust bridge. You wouldn't pay a stranger thousands of dollars to coach you or provide a service. And the challenge, people need to trust you in order to buy. And there's a bridge of trust that needs to be built within you and every customer. And here are how to build trust fast. The first thing is to use stories. Maybe personal stories on the call, personal stories on the VSL, story highlights on IG. What these stories do is that they increase trust, lowers their guard, and make them feel connected to you. And that will enable them to buy. Remember, people buy from people they trust. Build that trust through authentic storytelling. And here are some KPIs you can track for your roadmap to 10K a month. Here are the exact numbers you need to hit. First is to send minimum 100 DMs per day, which on average might get you a 5% response. And out of those 5%, 20% will book and 60% will show up on the call and 20% of those will close. And that will roughly make you 10K a month. The more DMs, the more replies you get, the more calls and the more cash. And here are some important notes on these numbers. Show up rates with cold outreach are sometimes lower, sometimes 30%, sometimes 40%, sometimes 50%, but let's have a conservative estimate of 60%. Don't just expect people to watch your VSL and book. You have to stay on top of it. Call them if you, for example, can find their phone number, follow up multiple times, and be proactive. These numbers are your targets that you should aim for. Make sure you track them religiously. Now, here's what you might be wondering. You maybe understand the formula, but how do you actually maintain 100 plus DMs per day without burning out? And let's be real, sending that volume manually means 100 DMs, which could be 3 to 4 hours daily. And if you go up to 500 DMs, that's your entire day, every single day. And you have three options. You can do it yourself, which is unscalable and burns you out. You can hire a VAs, which cost maybe 3,000 plus per month, which requires hiring, training, and constant management. Or you can use AI automation, which is much cheaper than VAs and has no management and can even give you better results. The bottleneck is knowing what to do. It's maintaining the volume to actually hit these numbers. And that's exactly why we built this. The AI Instagram agent. What if you could get the volume of 5 VAs without any of the headache? Here's what you get inside the AI Instagram agent. 500 to 800 DMs per day, automated and consistent. Personalized messages, AI adapts to each prospect. Zero management, you set it up one day and then let it run in the background. You can get an instant setup by starting today. You also have built-in follow-ups, so you never miss a hot lead, and also performance tracking, so you can know your exact KPIs. And look here, the math makes sense. A traditional VA setup, maybe you get 5 VAs, $10 per hour, which is 16 hours, which is $8,000 per month, plus hiring time, training time, management headaches, and dealing with turnover and inconsistency. And with this AI Instagram agent, which is much cheaper than VAs, zero hiring, training, or management, and 24/7 automated outreach, never sleeps, and consistent performance every single day. And the ROI from your first close client. Here is the real question. How much is your time worth? While you're spending weeks hiring, training, and managing VAs, your competitors are using automation, are already booking 20 plus calls per month, closing their first clients, building momentum, and scaling to 10K a month and beyond. And while you're reading this, they're booking calls. Now, I have a special offer for action takers. If you're serious about hitting 10K a month, I put together something special. Click the link below to get instant access to the AI Instagram agent, receive the exact DM scripts that convert at 5%, which is a bonus. You get the VSL template that books calls, which is another bonus. And you also have access to a community of businesses crushing it with automation. And you can get this AI Instagram agent now in the description. And here are the action steps to get to 10K a month. First, set up your infrastructure. Use AI to DM people. Make sure you target between 500 to 800 DMs per day total. Minimum 100 DMs per day. Step 2, create your VSL. One video that explains your offer, shares your story, addresses common objections, builds trust, has a call to action. And you can host it on YouTube or send it directly to the people on Instagram so they don't need to leave the platform, or just anywhere with a link. Step 3, create your outreach system. Use the DM strategy and come with value first. Don't pitch immediately. Build context and relevance. Automate with AI. Personalize your messages. Get a positive response. Send to VSL. Book the call. Step 4, track everything. Set up tracking for DMs sent per day. Positive response rates. Here's the target of 5%, then booking rate, target of 20%, show up rate, target of 60%, close rate, target of 20%. Then you can do a weekly review and identify the bottlenecks and where in these trackings you might be failing. Step 5, build social proof. On your profile, you need to make sure you show client results, testimonials, case studies, your expertise, and content that provides value. Remember, people check your profile and you need to make sure it passes the 3-second test. Now, the path forward for you is hunting mode. You're in the trenches. Make sure you're sending massive volume, getting rejected, learning to sell, developing skills, validating your offer. I know it's hard, but it's supposed to be hard if you want to succeed. But this is also where you get proof of concept, make your first money, build a real expertise, and earn the right to scale. And once you hit 10K a month consistently, you've proven your offer works, you have case studies, you have money to invest. Then you can transition to the next phase: warm outreach, content creation, paid ads, etc. But first, you have to earn it through cold outreach. Here are some final thoughts. Time is your most valuable asset. Every day you delay is another day your competitors book calls, another day you're stuck at your current income, another day closer to quitting. You have the playbook now, you have the knowledge. The only question left is, will you execute? The fastest path to 10K a month starts with solving the volume problem. And if you let AI do the heavy lifting while you focus on what actually matters, you will make money much faster and start closing calls. Before you go, if you found this valuable, here's what you can do next. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and watch the next video on how to automate Instagram DMs and close 5-figure deals passively. See you in the next one. Peace.